So, hello Karishma, how are you?
Yeah, hi, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm also doing pretty well. Thank you for asking me too. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
Same here. Even I was waiting for this session to be happened. Like it's been long time. We have been postponing it continuously. So today finally
Yeah.
we met.
Yeah. And I know you very well. You don't know me. I don't know whether you know me or not because as you have the YouTube channel and you have been uploading videos for a long period of time. So when I started my journey of learning this language, I used to watch your videos, Ashuto's videos. And one guy was there. His name was Kabir. Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
So I was the student of him in 2022.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I know him. Even I had a session with him in the
Okay.
beginning of my journey of like YouTube. Yeah.
So I was manifesting in my mind that once I also start my YouTube channel, I will have a session with Karishma, Ashutosh, and finally that day has come. So I'm so excited talking to you.
And I think you have done session with all of them because I have seen couple of your videos with other YouTubers as well. So I
Hmm.
know that your name is Mahesina. Otherwise, like apart from that, I don't know anything. So you have to give me a brief introduction to make this conversation further.
Okay, okay. So as you know, my name is Mohsina. I come from Assam. Moreover, I have completed graduation and I hold a B.Ed degree. Furthermore, I am a homemaker, mother to two kids. Apart from that, I guide some beginners and lower intermediate learners. It's been 1 year I have been guiding. And on top of that, I have recently started my YouTube channel by the name English with Mohsina.
Oh, that's nice. Great to know about you. Should I give my introduction to you?
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah, because of my viewer. Even though I know about you, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Karishma Chauhan. I am speaking to you from Gurgaon. I hail from Delhi and I completed all my education there, which is the LLB. So by profession, I'm an advocate and I'm also a mother of two children. Apart from that, I have also a YouTube channel, which you already know. And that is all about me. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you are doing incredible job. Having two kids, I can understand. I have watched your videos when you had only one son and then you got
Mhm.
another son, you blessed with another son. So are you also working as an advocate
Yes,
or
I'm working as an advocate. Yes, yes.
okay, that's great. So how are you managing all the things? Do you get motivated all the time or do you also feel sometimes demotivated?
Sometimes I do feel demotivated and frustrated too because of having two children, and especially like both of the children are in growing stage. The younger one, he's two
Yes.
years old, so like as like he's growing, he's becoming more stubborn, I would say, and he started shouting and throwing objects. So now it is very difficult for me to manage both of them, but somehow I'm managing because I have the support of my mother-in-law. She is there for me.
Okay.
So, like for example, he's sleeping now, so my mother-in-law is there. So that is why I'm having this session like peacefully.
Yeah, that's true. If you have some helping hands, then it becomes quite effortless for us. Even I do have one helping hand, my housemate. So she helps me
Okay.
doing the house chores. That's why I'm able to manage all the things because I teach my own children. My children, they have grown up. I can say my son is in class 5, my daughter is in class 1. They understand now, but the thing is that I need to teach them. Now their studies become more rather than in comparison to earlier.
Okay. So your younger one is 6 years old
Yeah, she's
around.
in class 1. Yeah.
And so same with my older one. He is in class one and he's also 6 years old.
Okay, yeah. So they don't understand. My children's exam is going on. So my daughter, she doesn't understand. Okay, I need to study. Mama is doing session. If I don't
Mhm.
sit near to her, then she doesn't study. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is very true. I experienced this thing with my son also.
Hmm. Okay, then I have some questions for you. As
Mm.
you are quite experienced, you have taken session from different with different people and with trainer as well. So there are so many people. They also want to learn this language, but they don't get that much of motivation, and they say that we don't have time. So what do you want to tell to them? How should they
Okay.
start? Mm.
What I feel is that motivation actually important. If you want to start something, you have to be self motivated. I wouldn't say that you should get this motivation from somewhere else, because that will be temporary. If you want
Mm-hmm.
permanent motivation, you have to be yourself motivator. So that is important. One thing you could do in order to improve your English, you can put a goal in front of you. We have
Mm-hmm.
seen that it's the natural tendency when we have something in front of us. For example, if you, let me give you example of a housewife. For example, I'm a housewife. I have to cook vegetable in the evening. But if I have those vegetable in front of my eyes, I will quickly finish it. If
Mm-hmm.
I do not have that vegetable at home, I'll keep thinking, what should I make? What should I make? So my,
Mm-hmm.
like, most of the time will pass just by thinking about what should I cook. But alternatively, if something is in front of you, if you can
Mm-hmm.
see option, 100% you are going to get that work finished as early as possible. So similarly with
Mm-hmm.
the English language, if you have some goal, that
Mm-hmm.
goal will help you to motivate you to become fluent, or to pursue the journey. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, for me, my goal was to teach my son English, because I do not want him to struggle for this in his life like I had struggled in mine. Like, I used to struggle a lot during interviews and all. So that
Okay.
is one thing in my mind, and I was very passionate. Like, he has to learn English, and for that reason, I worked hard for myself until
Mm-hmm.
I good in speaking. How can I teach him? So this is how I create my environment. So you could do this thing. You can create a short goal, any kind of goal. For example, just think that you have to clear an interview, or you have to uh, write something. You have to present your English skill somewhere. You have to give a public speech. Just participate in the groups also,
Mm-hmm.
conversation groups. So for that reason, you will feel prepared. So this is one thing I think people can do in order to start their journey.
True, true. Must have some goal. Then only we can work hard. And
Right.
motivation should come from inside. We can take the motivation from different people, but it will not run for long period of time if we don't have the passion from our inside.
That's true. 100%.
Okay, my another question is that to make our speech effective.
Effective. Okay. I think if you want to make your speech effective, for one thing you have to be precise. And I'm still
Yes.
learning the same thing, because when I start elaborating the things, I am exploring in deep detail, which is not actually required. If you know the exact
Okay.
word, what to use at which place, your
Mm-hmm.
speech automatically be precise. Precise. But what happened with us, we do not know the exact word, that which word has to
Mm,
use here. So we just explain that particular word in detail, and that's how we end up speaking for a long duration.
long time.
So that is one thing we could do. We should learn that what are the synonyms are not always required. We have different word for different situations, so we should know them. That's
Mm-hmm.
important.
Yeah.
So the for one thing is vocabulary. If your vocabulary is good, your speech will automatically precise, and it will 100% be effective. People like listening these kinds of speeches. Second thing, what you could do, your presentation. Sometimes it's important that how you're presenting something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not only enough to know the language. You should know that how to present that language in front of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, like when you decorate yourself, for example, you're wearing clothes, but still you don't look nice. But when you apply little makeup on it,
Mm-hmm.
you look fabulous. Similarly
Yes,
with the
yes.
language, if you are speaking like basic English, normal English, that's fine. But how you are presenting that, that
Mm-hmm.
matters a lot. That is, I think, effective communication. And I think today I'm going to upload a video with the tutor, trainer. She's a trainer, Namita ma'am. And we had
Okay.
discussed few things about what are the bad communication. Like, we only watch
Talk about the
videos
good
that
communication.
good communication, but we never talk about the bad communication. I think she mentioned 5 points, and they all are very important, and I
Okay.
felt really happy because I have never focused on these things. For
These
example, like
things.
talking to somebody and just looking over your phone.
Yes.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
good habit, but we all do that. If somebody is speaking, we have this habit of interrupting others and putting our point in front. Bad habit, but we
True.
all do that. We never do active listening. That is also bad communication. It's not called effective communication. If you want to make communication better, you should also listen to other person, and you should also give him chance to speak. So both things are required. And these are the few things we should always take in our mind for effective communication.
100%. Even as I have also started learning this language, I have also communicated with different people. Then also I got to know about these things. To become a good speaker, we need to be a good listener, right? I was also
Right.
not focusing about these things, but now I try to. I'm not saying that I am perfect, but I try to keep listening carefully and attentively.
Actually,
That's the.
this is what
And
my
do you?
problem also. I
Yes,
speak a
yes.
lot and I listen less. This is my problem, and I started working on it.
Are you a talkative person?
Yes.
Okay. I can say that I was also a talkative person. Maybe still I am, but deliberately I'm trying to make it little bit. I'm trying to mitigate it here deliberately, and I believe that if we try to do something deliberately for a long period of time, and we can achieve that thing.
100% yes, I agree with you. So I will also try to do it deliberately. I'll try to not
Yes.
speak a lot, and maybe it will be in my habit after a few months.
Yeah, yeah. What I do, I telling my brain that talk less, listen
Okay.
carefully, talk less. I know that it's quite difficult because once we have the habit of talking much since our childhood, because like we did not make it naturally in born, we
Naturally.
got this right. So it takes some time. But as these days I'm making videos, what I do, I observe that how I'm talking. Earlier, when I started making videos, I observed that I was quite excited. I could not speak in a calm manner, but day by day I observed that now I am able to speak in a calm manner. So we learn from our mistakes, right?
Right, 100%. And I have seen that when you are introducing yourself, you are really calm and you are thinking properly and then you're delivering. So that's really good thing. And person should not be very excited during communication. Otherwise, most of the time it used to happen with me. When I'm excited, I start making mistakes. So that is
Yes.
important to be calm.
Yeah, and when we take time, well, it's not like that we have to speak too fast to show that I am fluent speaker. When we speak slowly, we get time to construct the sentences and we don't use the fillers as well, right? I take a pause. I try to take pause while speaking and I try to construct the sentences.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, your communication is really nice. You're speaking so well.
Thank you so much. But one thing, as you have mentioned, that we try to or deliver like elaborate things long way because we have the lack of vocabulary. Do you agree that as we have studied in vernacular medium, that's the problem? Even I also face this kind of problem, that lacking of vocabulary. Even though my son knows some of the vocabulary, I still don't know because since his nursery class, he has been studying in English medium school, all the subject except only Hindi and Assamese. He has been studying in English only, so he is getting lots of vocabulary. Have you realized that thing?
Yes, yes, 110% I'm agree with you because I am also from Hindi medium and I know that there are many common things in English which I do not know. Like I do not know the names of those. For example, my child is in first grade. He has a subject called EVS. So what he is learning in EVS sometimes like about trees. What do we call the part of trees? Stem, leaves. I did not
Mm-hmm.
know anything because I have studied all those things in Hindi. I can tell you all the names in Hindi, but I do not know what do we call that in English. And that's very normal thing for a person who is
Yes.
studying in English medium school because that's the normal
Yes.
thing. That's how we face problem actually. And that's that I
Yes.
have given only one example. There are so many things we do not know and they
No.
consider to be the basic vocab, and we don't
Yes.
know because we haven't gone through the word's name in English like during studies. So it's natural.
100% true. But the one thing is that as we are teaching now our own children, that's why we are learning by teaching them. Simultaneously, I try to talk to my son and my daughter, and sometimes I get stuck. I don't know how to say this one. Then I search on Google and I learn it. So this is the journey. I believe that if I keep continue doing in this way, then after a couple of years, maybe 4 years, 5 years, I will also master this language. I have the dream to become proficient in this language.
I think you're already good. And yes, if you feel that you're facing a problem, it will automatically resolve with the practice because the more you will practice, you will come
Yes.
across daily new words. So it will going to help you.
That.
And yes, my son is also like I try to speak as much as with him in English. And
Mm.
sometimes even I also learn few good words, new words from him.
Yeah, yesterday I was watching Rini ma'am's video. She was sharing one vocabulary on her short video, and my son instantly he said the meaning. I told that I did not know the meaning, and I told
Oh,
that how did you learn? He told I learned from my English book. See?
yeah, that's great.
Okay, then Karishma, my next question is that what is that thing that you are realizing the world is lacking these days? Like people are lacking or the world is lacking these days as you have been talking to different people and connecting to different, maybe something you have noticed that people are lacking these days when you were in college or school days.
What I feel is that people are not interacting with each other like
Mhm.
personally. It is more of digital environment. Even if you want to talk to somebody, we just do video calls to our friends, to our family. So somehow we are lacking physical interaction, which used to happen a few years ago. If I talk about
Mm.
me when I was kid, like my son, I used to play a lot outside my house. I used to go to my friend's house. It's like daily activity. They had to spend 1 hour at my friend's house, or sometimes she used to come. But nowadays that is nowhere exist, because most of the time like kids are in the school. Earlier school
Mm.
timings were, my school was only like till 1 o'clock, afternoon one, I back to home. I
Okay.
used to come back to home. But now the thing is changed. Kids are more focused on studies. Sorry, I got the call.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like, so this is what I feel, that physical interactions are not that much. Like earlier, even mothers also. My mother used to go to my friend's house, like neighbor's house. We
Mm.
used to sit
True.
together. We used to do gupshup and all. But now it's not that. We just only do WhatsApp and video calling, and this is how we communicate. So that is the
Yeah.
thing which I feel that disappear.
True, true, 100%. And because of that, we don't have patience as well, right? These days, in comparison to earlier, we don't have patience to listen to other people. We don't have that empathy like before. We can show the sympathy only, but we are not able to feel the problem because we are all busy. We don't have time. I always think about, okay, how can I create my content? I need to teach my children. So why should I go there, talk to? So we are lacking about these things, right? Sometimes I feel that.
Yeah, true, true. There are many things, and especially I feel that we are become more selfish. We only think about us, my life,
Yeah,
my kids, my family. Our world is limited to the family now. It's not about the others. But earlier, it's not like that. People used to be humble, people used to support other people. And nowadays, everything has changed. As like it's Kalyug, we all are selfish, busy in our own life.
true. Even though, even sometimes I feel that I have become selfish for my growth. I'm not giving that much of time to my children. See,
Yes,
now I have
yes.
asked my children to watch TV. I could play with them, right? But I
Right.
asked them to go and watch TV because I have a session. So I feel a little bit bad, but still okay. We have
But
to
ultimately, we
think
are
about
doing this
ourselves.
for them only, because if we will
Yes,
do it, uh, surely we can help financially to give
yes.
them good environment, good education, and all the necessities which are required, I feel.
And as I have learned this language, that's why I'm able to teach my children. So that's the reason, that is also one another reason I have learned this language. And see, Hindi is my third language, but we do talk in Hindi fluently. I can speak four languages including English. So I decided that I will make English language like this way that it will also become effortless for us to speak in, like the
Mm.
way our children they can speak in Hindi. My daughter and my son mostly they speak in Hindi, although Hindi is not our mother tongue. So
What
now
is your mother tongue?
it is Assamese, but we do talk in Bengali as well. So then
Oh,
Hindi, and nowadays I can say that we speak whole languages at home.
great.
Yeah.
Great, great. I think at my home also we know three language, and a whole day the communication is having in three different languages. Sometimes in Hindi, sometimes in English, and sometimes in Bengali. So these
Mm,
three languages are also there.
okay, Bengali is your mother tongue?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Because
nice.
my husband is from Guwahati.
Your husband is from Assam?
Yeah, he's Bengali.
Okay, Guwahati is 160 kilometer far from my town.
Okay, yeah, but the language is Bengali, or Assamese
Bengali.
language is also similar to Bengali. It's
Similar.
not exactly same,
Yes,
but
yes. Last question is that how to control overthinking. Do you overthink? First of all, I want to ask that.
no, 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 I don't. I don't.
Okay, okay,
That's
then
why
it's
I'm
great.
happy.
Okay, so is it your habit that you don't like think much, or earlier you were thinking, but now you have eradicated this?
No, no, it is my habit that I have never
Uh,
overthink in my life. I am a kind
that's
of
great.
person who wants to be happy every time. This is my habit actually. I want to be happy, and for that reason, I have never overthink, because I've seen people who overthink. They always keep, upset, and always, you know, in deep thinking. They thought negative things also, because when you're
Yeah,
thinking something, it's not only that positive
yeah.
points will always come to your mind. It's sometimes negative also, negative thoughts. So why to think? Just live your life, live in your
Mm-hmm.
present. Do not think much about future, because it's not in your hand. You can't do it. You can't do anything
Mm-hmm.
with your future. And the clear example is the COVID time. People have people had a lot of money, but still they couldn't save their loved ones, because
Mm-hmm.
that's not in your hand. So do not worry about future, just be in the present and live your life happily. This is my funda, this is what I'm doing.
That's amazing. That's true. We shouldn't think those things we can't sense, right? If we can sense thinking about something, that it's fine to think, but unnecessarily. But it happens to some people, even though knowing that it is the nature and habit. I was an
True.
overthinker. I was an overthinker. I used to think for small things if something negative happened. But now also, I also have improved it. Now I also
Oh,
don't take things personally and just let it go.
I think best way to remove this overthinking is you should busy like whole day in something and
Yes.
something. You should occupy yourself with lots of work, or maybe anything, just to keep yourself busy. And if you're busy, you're not getting time to think unnecessary stuff, right? So
That's true.
ultimately, you are
Hmm.
going to do better in your life as well.
But those people who are overthinker, they will think about that thing also. That yes, I have this thing to do, so maybe I'm able to do it accurately, perfectly or not. I was thinking like this way when I started my YouTube journey. Oh my God, how will become this session? Will be I able to speak fluently or not? But nowadays I don't think it, because I have accepted and I acknowledge that if I make mistakes here and there, because I'm a human being and I have noticed that no one is perfect. We all make
Mm.
mistakes here and there, so now I can say that I'm happy and content. I don't think much.
Yeah, that is true. We should not think a lot about these stuff. Even I have never taken, like, I never took stress about my videos or about anything.
Hmm.
Everything is going very smoothly and naturally. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my head that I have to do
Yes,
it, do it, do it. Yeah, passion
perfectly
is
right.
something which is important.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be passionate, but it does not really mean that you keep your mind occupied all the time with
Yes,
unnecessary stuff. It is not good for your mental health as well.
that is the thing I have learned from, I should learn from you, and I have noticed that you are an authentic person. You accept that it's okay if I make mistake and I don't care. I'm
Yeah,
confident, and I think that
yeah.
no, I should learn this quality from Karishma.
And you know what? Few days ago, somebody has commented me on one of my previous video, which has been recorded in the year 2022 or might be 23, and that was all
Okay,
about my English learning journey. And
okay.
I made a lot of mistakes with great confidence level. So, a person told me that, "Ma'am, I can't believe that you are making so many grammatical errors, and your confidence level is so high." I said that is the only thing because of which I'm able to speak English now. If I kept
Mm,
thinking about those mistakes, I may
yes,
never improve, and I cannot reach
yes.
the level where I
This
am.
position,
I did
true.
not say that I'm completely perfect. I am not, but I
Mm,
improved a lot. I think I made
yes.
remarkable improvements, because earlier it was really I used to make a lot of grammatical errors, like every now and then. But now it has
Mm-hmm.
little improved.
Yes, by listening to people, by listening to our own contents, we can rectify our mistake. Even I do
Yes,
that. If a previous video I noticed that okay, I made that mistake, then second video I try to contemplate, okay, I have to eradicate or improve it. Yeah, that's a great
yes,
thing. And two things I observed, and I believe that uh, when we have the knowledge, then we feel confident, and when we
yes,
have the confidence, then we can acquire the knowledge, right?
True. True.
Okay, on that note, let's call it a day. Karishma, it was really intriguing session for me. I thoroughly enjoyed. I hope that definitely we'll meet again and we'll have a conversation.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Even I enjoyed this conversation a lot. I think we share the same interest, I feel. And that's how the conversation was so interesting. And we'll see you soon.